Now we will look for some safety rules that we need to follow when we are in the playground or in the garden. What happens when we are in the playground or a garden? We are so happy that we just become carefree and we start jumping and running around. But it may cause some injury to us if we become careless. So it is very necessary that we follow some rules. So what are the rules that we need to follow when we are in the playground? The first important rule is that we should follow the rules. Now what are these rules? Maybe we are playing cricket or football, kabaddi or any other game. It is very necessary that we should follow the rules of that game. If we do not follow the rules of that game, then it can cause some injury to us. So also we should not play rough games. That is, whenever we are playing all these games, we should not push each other, nor we should try to make anyone get harmed by any object from there. So also we should not push others. So when we are playing the games like we are playing on the swings, we are playing on slides, seesaws, merry-go-rounds. So what we should do? We should make a line. We should stand in a queue and we should wait for our turn to come. We should not push each other and try to move forward. The games like swings or we can say slides, in all these games we alone are not playing there. There are many other children who are playing with us in the garden. So it is very necessary that we take care of ourselves as well as the other children also. Whenever we are playing on the slides, just wait for the child who is before you to move from the slide. Then you climb on the slide and play there. So also when you are playing on the seesaws or merry-go-rounds, it is a group game. Many of you on the seesaw, 2 of you are sitting and playing on the seesaw. On the merry-go-rounds, at least 4 to 5 children sit together and make the merry-go-round. So what happens whenever you want to get out, move away from that game, you should tell other children that I want to go down, let me move. If you don't tell them, what will happen? And suddenly you jump off from that object, the person, the partner of yours might get some injury. He might fall because of your sudden movement and get an injury. So it is very necessary that whenever you are playing such games, you need to tell your partner about any of your movements. Suddenly you should not jump off from the game. So also wait for your turn. Whichever game you are playing, you just take care that you make a line and go on that play one after other. Don't push the other children and try to go forward. So these were the rules that we need to follow when we are playing in the playground or the garden. Now we will be looking after some rules which we need to follow when we are at home. You may think, what will happen to us when we are at home? When we are at home, we are just safe. Yes, we are safe because it is our own home. We are very well known to the areas. But there are some objects in our house which may cause some harm to us or they may cause some damage to us. Now what are these objects? So the first rule is telling us about the sharp objects. By sharp objects I mean to say the knives or scissors, then we have blades, cutters. All these objects are having sharp edges, and if we are using such sharp objects, they may cause a cut to our skin and we may get injured. So whenever we are using such sharp objects, we must take care that some elder person from our house is with us. We do all these type of cuttings or we use all these sharp objects in the presence of some elder person. So also we should never play with fire. By fire I mean to say we should never use the matchsticks on our own. Okay. So also when you go into the kitchen, might be the gas stove is on, it is having fire on it. Do not try to go and catch the vessel or do not try to hold the gas stove with your bare hands. the vessel may be hot, or the gas stove, since it is working, it may be hot, and it will cause a burn to your hand and skin. So it is very necessary that when you are in the kitchen or when you are assisting your mother in the kitchen, you should take care that you don't directly come in contact with the hot vessels, with the hot gas stove and other hot objects. So also we should never play with the wires, plugs, hot irons, etc. So there are various electrical gadgets in our house, but we should take care that we don't catch or don't play with the electrical wires or the various plugs. There are some holes in the plugs. Some children are having the habit to put the fingers or put some toys into that hole. You should never do that. It may cause some electric shocks to you. So also the iron which is used for ironing the clothes. Suppose your parents had just ironed the clothes and they have kept the iron there on the table. It is still hot. It does not get cooled suddenly. It is still hot and you just go and touch it. You can have a burn on your hand. So it is very necessary that we don't come in contact with the electrical wires, hot irons or heaters and other electrical gadgets. So also when we are climbing on the stairs. So many of us are having 2-story building or 3-story buildings, and what we have stairs to move to the second floor, to the third floor. Many children have the habit of just running on the staircase. It is a very bad habit. When you are using the staircases, you should be very quiet. You should come down or go up on the stairs very quietly. You should not be in a rush. Also, if you are carrying some object, just move slowly the staircase. The surface of the staircase is not flat. It is having ups and downs. When you are moving down, it is sliding down, and when you are coming up, it is sliding towards upper side. So it is very necessary that when you are moving on the staircase, you should be very, very quiet. You should never rush on the staircases. So also never climb on the shelves and windows. So most of the shelves are seen in bedrooms or in the kitchens. Suppose you want some eatables from the kitchen and the jar of that eatables is kept on the topmost shelf. So you want that jar, but it is very, very high. You should never try to take that jar by climbing on the shelves on yourself. But you should call some of your elders and ask them to take the jar down for you. What happens if you try to climb on the shelves? You may have some injury. Okay, your leg might get slipped off, and what will happen? The jar will fall on you. If it is a glass jar, it will break and the glass will break and it will have some injury to you. So also the windows, they have the glass pane. If you are trying to climb on the windows, if by accidentally the glass breaks, that glass will also cause injury to you. So you should never try to climb on the shelves and the windows. Also, you should never leave your toys on the floor. Suppose you are playing in a room. You have scattered all your toys and you are playing. Once you finish your playing, just keep it in mind that you should collect all your toys and keep them in a bag or a basket which is meant for the toys. Never leave the toys on the floor. Suppose if any elder enters the room when you have left the room and you have left the toys scattered, then what will happen? The elders, they will come into the room. They are unaware about the toys. Their leg might fall on that toy and the toy will get slipped, and what will happen? The elder who has entered, that will fall down and have a injury to the head, which is very, very dangerous. So we should take care that we don't leave our toys on the floor. So if we follow all these rules, we will avoid all types of accidents or incidents to happen at our home. I hope all of you are going to follow all these rules when you are going to the playground for playing, as well as when you are at home and doing all your activities. Now we will be seeing the next set of rules that we need to follow when we are in the classroom. That is, when we are in the school, maybe when we are having our PE periods or during the recess time, we play with our friends. And whenever we are playing, there are some accidents that occur. But if we follow these rules, we will never harm ourselves and others too. So, the first rule that we need to follow when we are in the classroom and in the school is do not push anyone. Do not try to push any friend of yours even in a fun manner. So, you should always keep a good relationship with your friend and you should never try to push any of your friends. So also do not jump on the desk. So suppose you are in the classroom and no teacher is present in the classroom, what you people do? You try to jump from here to there on the desks, on the benches. You should never do that because the benches, the desks, they are made of iron or wood, which is very hard. And if you try to jump on these benches and desks and if you fall down suddenly, you might get hit with these hard materials and you might get an injury. So it is very necessary that you do not jump on the benches and the desks in the classroom. Also, make use of the sharpener to sharpen your pencil. The pencil that we use for our writing, what happens? The sharp gets finished. So in the school we should always use a sharpener. Never try to use a blade to sharpen your pencil. The blade is having sharp edge which might cause a cut in your skin. So you should always use a sharpener which is not harmful to you. Also never run on the stairs. So whenever you are in the school, there may be the classrooms some classrooms may be there on the upper floor. So what happens when you are moving towards the upper floor, there are staircases, but you should take care that whenever you are on the staircase, you should make a line and you should go properly. Never rush or run on the staircases. By following this rule, you will be causing, if you run on the staircase, you will cause damage to the other people or other children. But if you go quietly and in a very cool manner, you are going to be careful about yourselves, also about other children. Also, do not hang on the swings or the windows. So as I told you, the windows, they are having glass panes. If we try to hang or if we try to climb on these windows and if we try to hang on the swings, they may cause damage to us. They may cause injury to us. So it is very necessary that we do not hang on the swing or on the window and we follow all these rules and be safe in the classroom. So till now we have seen all the types of rules that we need to follow to avoid accidents, to avoid injury. But suppose we have got injury now. Okay, so what is to be done? Suppose you are playing in the playground, you are pushing each other and you fell down and you have got an injury at your knee. So what are you supposed to do? If you are in the school, you are supposed to tell your teacher, or you are at home, you can tell your parents. Maybe if you are in the garden, in the playground, you can tell any elder person who is around you. So whenever you get any type of injury, the first and the foremost thing you should do is just inform any of your elders who are present there, and then those elders will give you a first aid. Now what is this first aid? So first aid is the first help that is given to an injured person. So if anyone, if it may be you or any of your friend falls down, gets an injury, the first help that you get for your injury is called as the first aid. So in the schools, at home, in the vehicles, in the school buses or any other buses, it is very important to keep a first aid box. So if anyone gets injured, you can give the first help to that injury. So what should a first aid box have? So a first aid box should have a bandage. It should have a crepe bandage. Then it should have an antiseptic lotion to kill the germs from the wound. Also it should have a band-aid. Then it should have cotton to clean the wound. Then it should have an antiseptic cream to apply on the wound. So also a pair of scissors. A scissor is required to cut the bandage or crepe bandage. Also it should have a pain relieving spray. A spray or a liquid lotion, we can say, which will relieve us from pain. When we apply that lotion or spray, the pain that we are having to the injury will get lessened. So these were the things that should be included in the first aid box. But now I will tell you what is the first aid to be given for minor cuts. If suppose you were sharpening your pencil with a blade, which you children should never do. But suppose somebody was using a blade and it got a cut, that person got a cut on the hand. Then what is the first aid we can do? First thing we should do is we should wash that wound. We should wash that cut with clean water. Then we should clean it with the antiseptic lotion. So antiseptic lotions like Dettol, Savlon, you can make use of such antiseptic lotions and clean that cut. And then we can tie a bandage or a clean cloth over that cut. This was the first aid to be given for minor cuts, for small cuts. Now I will be telling you the first aid for burns. Suppose you are at home or you are in the school and you touch your hand to some hot object. So your hand gets burned. In such situation, what are you expected to do? What you should do is you should hold that injured part or injured area under cold water. Because of the hotness of that object, the temperature of your skin of that area gets raised. So you should hold that area under cold water. Also you can apply ice on that wound or on that burnt area, and then you can take that person to the doctor. Okay, so this was the first aid that you need to give for minor cuts and for small burns. But there are the rules. If we follow the rules that I told you if you follow those rules, you will not get any injury and there will be no need of any first aid. But if you don't follow the rules, you are surely going to meet with such type of cuts or such type of burns. So it is very necessary that we follow the rules and regulations and we be careful about ourselves and also about others. See children, if we follow all the rules that are told to you in this lesson, we will be taking care of ourselves also and our family members, our friends, our elders. So we should follow all these rules and be a good child. So this was the lesson about keeping safe, how to keep ourselves and others safe.